Moving on, what else can we talk about? Oh, gassy. I've mentioned that in a couple of videos. He's extremely gassy. The poor child. Oh my gosh. I feel like his butt is plugged up or something because he tries so hard to fart, so hard, and nothing comes out. And I feel so awful, and I try the bicycle kicks, and I try rubbing his stomach, and I stand up with him and burp him, and it's so bad. I've reduced my intake of milk. I've tried not to eat things that make me gassy, but I don't know. Tenley was the same way. I think it's just something that he's just gonna have to grow out of. It doesn't seem to bother him to the point where he's in pain. He's definitely uncomfortable, but he's not like screaming or crying about it. He's just kind of like grunting and pushing really hard, and I think it's probably harder on me than it is him. And nighttime's obviously the worst, so hence the reason why he's a noisy sleeper is probably because he's trying to fart the entire night. He looks so peaceful right now. He's sleeping in his swing. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. So yeah, extremely gassy, but I know after a couple of months it passes. We are giving him, what are they called? Probiotics. And then I was doing gripe water, but I didn't really notice a difference. It seems to be getting better, which is probably just because his digestive system is maturing. I was giving him gas drops as well. Didn't really think that was working. I don't know if the probiotics are working. We've only been doing it a couple of days, so we'll see. But probably by the time that they really kick in, he'll probably be fine and he won't be gassy anymore. The doctor did suggest that we give him a bottle once a week until he's a month old, and then we can start giving him a bottle every day. With Tenley, it took her about 4 months to take a bottle, and I went back to work at 3 months. So for that month, I worked at home because there was no way to feed her because she needed me. So with him, I was going to try and get ahead of that and not have him not take a bottle. With Tenley, we did give her a bottle at a month, and for a week she took it, and then she just stopped cold turkey and refused to take it. And it was so awful. Like, I couldn't leave. We would get babysitters so Jake and I could go on a date night, and she apparently would just cry for 2 hours and like fuss over the bottle, wouldn't take it, maybe would take like an ounce here or there. I did leave one night to go hang out with a friend to have a drink because I've been wanting a glass of wine, bottle of wine. I've been wanting a glass of wine for, well, since I got pregnant. I literally had a bottle of wine in the fridge that I was planning on drinking. I kept telling myself, I need to drink that before I get pregnant. I need to drink it. And then I got pregnant and I couldn't drink it. And then I think my mother-in-law drank it like sometime, or Jake drank it sometime in the last 10 months. And so when I saw my friend, I was like, we need to get together. We need to have a drink. And then Jake had trouble feeding him that night. It was like the second time he was going to take a bottle, and it just didn't work. So Jake's like, you need to get home now. So I came home and had to give him the bottle because I had a drink, so I couldn't yet feed him. So I was able to get him to finish the bottle. But since then, I've been giving him a bottle a week, and he's been doing really good taking it. So now that he's a month old, we can start giving him a bottle a day. I just have to work out the whole pumping situation so that at least I'm not like, I don't want to go into my stash that I've already collected, which is a very small stash. It's probably like 2 days worth. But I want to start building that up so that Jake and I can go out or go on vacation, and I don't have to worry about like adding a pumping session to what I'm already doing. Currently, I don't do it every day, but I'll typically do a morning because I've heard that's where you have the best supply is in the morning. I'll feed him on one side and I'll pump on the other side. And I'll usually get, like in the morning, I'll get about 8 ounces, which is fine. I'm not trying to create a huge supply right now, just enough. At 8 ounces a day for me, I feel like that's a great goal. I feel like if I were to pump later in the day or at night, I'd probably get 4 ounces on each side, which is what I've done before when I pumped both sides. So it's kind of the same, so I might as well just pump one side and do it while I'm feeding him. And that brings me to the kind of pump I have. So my last pregnancy, I got the Medela, oh, I don't know remember which one it is. I'll probably put it down below, but I got the Medela one. It's the double pump, and it worked great, but you know, those things, they're huge and they get in the way and you really can't do anything. You can't even bend over. You literally have to sit there for 45 minutes, because that's how long it took me, 45 minutes, and do nothing. So I was stuck doing pumping at like 11 o'clock at night after I put Tenley down for almost an hour. And then by the time I put it away and cleaned everything, I mean, yeah, we were talking an hour, which that just didn't work for me. So this time around, I wanted to get something that was portable, easy to carry around, and that were those cups. So I ended up getting the Freemie. I can't remember the name, so I'm gonna have to put that also down below in the description. So I ended up using the Freemie, which they look like cups. They're shaped like this, and they go inside your bra, and it's amazing. I can cook, I can do the dishes, I can feed him. Like, I can actually have him sit here feeding on one side with the other pumping, and it's not interfering whatsoever. It doesn't pop off like the other one did. I've heard that it doesn't have as good of suction and that you don't get as much milk, but that's not really my goal, to get like tons of supply. I'm just trying to get some. So my main goal was to be able to pump while I did other things, and it's battery powered. So it just clips, it's this small, clips on your hip, and you can adjust the speed, you can adjust the suction power. And I do it while I'm driving, which is my favorite, because if I'm going somewhere, and I only pump for about 20 minutes, so it takes me about 20 minutes to get 8 ounces. I don't know if I pumped for 45 minutes, if I would get double that or 10 ounces, because I think with the Medela, I would get about 10 ounces, maybe a little less. I always got less on one breast than the other one. The one I would like fill up an entire cup, and I'd have to watch it because it would overflow. The other one, I'd fill up about a half a cup. So I would probably getting maybe like 8 ounces at 45 minutes with the Medela. So maybe it's the same. It's really hard to say. I really don't care to bring out the Medela to see how many ounces I get with that thing. Like I said, I will put it down below in the description so you know which one it is if you're looking into getting one. I didn't mind getting it because I still have the Medela. So if I do need to, you know, increase my milk supply or get more, and I can try it and see if it does. So it was kind of nice that through my work, I was able to get another one. So I chose a different one this time. He's now just getting out of newborn sizes, which is really sad to me, because I actually had a lot of newborn clothes for him. I think everybody just loves buying newborn because it's so cute, because it's so little. He did get to wear most of it, because I knew this time around, if you want him to wear the clothes, put him in the clothes. Like, you can't save it. If you have to change him 3 times a day so that he can wear something, you change him 3 times a day. Because with Tenley, I only kept her in a couple things that I really, really liked, and then she ended up not wearing it, because they grow so fast. It's amazing that he's grown almost 3 inches. 19, hold on, my math might be wrong. 19, 20, 21, yeah, almost 2 inches. Okay, pregnancy brain. So he's almost grown 2 inches, but he's gained like 3 pounds. It's insane how much they grow, which is really sad. I don't know if he's anything like Tenley. Tenley ended up going really slow with growing. Like, when she wore 3 months until she was probably like 6 months old. And then like right now, she's finally catching up. She just turned 2 in September, and she wears 2T. I can fit her in some 18 months, but she's officially in 2T, like it fits her. It was nice because I actually got to get a lot of use out of her clothes. But we'll see if he's anything like that. I I don't know if there's anything else I have to say about him. He's amazing. I love him. He's a really good baby. Of course, I love him. Of course. He's a really good baby. He's sleeping like this right now. I'll have to show you. But he gets a little fussy around 5 o'clock at night. He wants to be held more. So I tend to, like, I'll hold him and then I'll put him down, and I get 15 minutes of like time to maybe get Tenley some food, feed the animals, put away some dishes, do something. And then I gotta pick him up again, hold him, and I gotta put him down, get 15 minutes. A lot of stuff that I do try and get done, I try and do at Tenley's nap time, because at nighttime, I don't know how he's going to be. He's usually really good. He sleeps throughout most of the day, and he kind of just hangs out in his swing and looks around. I'm gonna try and start napping him in his room so that he gets just more consistency. So he's more used to sleeping in his crib, and I don't know, we'll see how the sleep training goes. It might be a godsend and won't have any issues. I think Jake's home, so it's about to get a little noisy. Tenley and Kingston, well, I guess I could talk a little bit about that. At first, she was really excited about him. And then she kind of got really jealous. And she still is. She still has her moments, but she got really jealous for me. She didn't like the fact that I was holding him. If I would come in her room, like after she got up from a nap and I was holding him, she would throw a fit. She always tells me to put baby down, put baby down. And that lasted for a couple weeks. She would get angry at him sometimes, and she'd go and hit him. Not like hard or anything. I mean, I caught her most of the time, but you probably saw, you might have seen a picture on my Instagram. You might have seen a picture on my Instagram with a scratch on his head. Tenley, she got mad at me, so she took it out on him and scratched him. But I will have to say, for the last 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, she's been amazing with him. Wants to kiss him all the time, constantly wants to like just take care of him. She goes up and pats his belly and says shh, 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 shh. Like when he's crying, she'll sing to him, which her singing is la la la, so she sings to him when he's crying. She likes to cover him with a blanket. She knows not to cover his face. So she's doing really well. She still gets jealous for me, but it's not to the extent that it was. And she's a lot more understanding. She'll ask for things right away, like she'll want something right now. And if I'm feeding him, I have to tell her that, we'll do it after I'm done feeding him. And she's, she might cry a little bit and fuss a little bit about that, but she understands. And I do try and make her a priority. So if he's sleeping, I try and put him down and I spend time with her. I really try and do that most of the time. If she notices he's sleeping and he is in my arms, she wants me to put him down. So it's just really trying to make her feel important, and because she is at the age where she is going to remember more, and she's going to understand that I do try and not make her wait. So if he's crying but I'm in the middle of doing something with her, I try and finish that first and then I tend to him, because his crying isn't going to affect him. Obviously if something's wrong, I will go to him, but usually he's just crying because he wants to be held. I want to make sure she understands that she's important and I'm not dropping everything always for him. So that's probably one of the main things, and I noticed that I think she's really good with it. So it is getting a lot better, and she has her own babies. She's constantly breastfeeding her children, her babies. She wants to be like mommy. She takes care of them. She calls my boobies babies Baba. Thankfully, she hasn't regressed in wanting to have babies Baba, nor has she asked for her own Baba. So that's good. So we haven't regressed she's not turning into a baby. She does want his pacifier all the time, and she barely took her pacifier. So I find it funny that she wants the pacifier now. So she's constantly stealing his pacifiers, which last week she was sick. So I'm like, literally, the moment she puts her hand on his pacifier, I'm like, oh, gotta watch that one. So we have like maybe 5 or 6 pacifiers around this house that I had to keep pulling out because she kept touching them. And that's another thing with having a new baby, is the keeping them from getting sick from the older ones. So that was definitely not fun. Tenley did not like not being able to give her brother kisses for a week. But now that she's able to, she's much happier. She loves doting on him. Anyways, this video is super long. I didn't want to make it this long. I really thought I was gonna make it like a quick video. Hopefully you guys sat through all of this and watched it. I appreciate it if you did. I know it's a lot. I'll try and edit it and cut some things out. If not, thanks for sticking with me. I am having a lot of fun doing this whole mommy life vlogging thing. Hopefully some exciting stuff happens soon and I can film it for you guys, because I don't want these things to get really boring, but I do hope you're enjoying it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or a thumbs down if you didn't. Either way, I don't mind the criticism. Comment below on anything. Let me know if you're a new mommy, some struggles that maybe you're going through. Maybe we can work through it together, or if you have any tips. And subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm trying to do a video a week. I maybe will even do more. It really depends on the kids and what they allow me to do. So right now Kingston's really good, so I can film during Tenley's naps, but if he's not, then I don't know how many times I'll be able to film. But let me know what kind of videos you want to see. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything so that I can get a feel for what you guys want to see. Like, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications so you can watch my videos when they go live. And comment, guys. Talk to me. I want to talk to you. I want to know who I'm talking to and what you like and all that stuff. I would love to meet you over the internet, or if you're in the area, over coffee. I'm sure most of you I actually know. So anyways, thanks again for watching my video, and I will see you next time. So before I go, I wanted to show you little Kingston. He's sleeping, so he's still sleeping in that position. Here's my little boy. Say hi, buddy. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. He's starting to get fat cheeks like Tenley had, which were my favorite. And he has the same dimple as Tenley. I don't know who he got it from. It wasn't me or Jake. But he's got a little dimple just like Tenley on his cheek when he smiles. All right, and then here's his little red sockies. All right, guys. See you next time.